Okay.
It's got a not half bad plot to it. It's a little cliche, but it's not bad.
I don't know. I like stuff like this.
Oh, sure.
Too bad, cause I like the helmet of the other one a little bit more.
You can get one that's very similar. That'll be the one bright side to the way we'll be starting this is you'll actually have your choice of what armor you want to use. There we go. All of those are laid out properly. Actually, never mind. The one that's available here is the same armor, so you can actually have that exact armor if you want it.
Ah, okay. I'm still enjoying this beautiful cutscene, cause holy hell.
Yeah, I should probably queue it up so people can see it, actually. Just spawn another character right quick. That way people can see it. Because it is a good cutscene. When it decides it wants to start the scene. There we go.
Move to lock. Huh? To lock? Jesus, the movement is quite smooth.
Oh yeah, it's a fast-moving, nice game.
I guess I am in the tutorial now. Aim at the blue active face nod and teleport.
Macros sold us
Yes, that would be the tutorial. I could have swore they...
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, I think they still give you the tutorial and then they skip you to 50. I think that's how that worked. It's been a while.
We just didn't know
Find the
yet.
Sunford's temple entrance. Wait, can I sprint? Or I can.
Yes, you can run
But
by
I have
holding shift.
evil stuff to kill. Oh damn!
Brother against
It only gets better from what they told you so far, too.
Jump over gas. Gaps. Oh.
and despite all the maneuvers and all the
Gaps?
strategy,
Oh.
in the end, it was going to be either me.
How do I get there?
There should be a thing to look at and hold, I think, F on it, and you'll teleport. You should see the prompt when you're looking at the right thing. If you're at the spot I think you are.
I passed it. I
Okay.
figured out what I had to do. Oh, I had to perform a takedown.
Yeah. Which takedowns are very, very handy. Because basically anytime an opponent's on the ground, you can usually do one.
Macros was the better
Space to
warrior
evade.
that
Okay.
day.
Just the normal basic movements, I feel.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh, okay. I actually have to be less.
You
Oh
you have a
God.
you have a decent dodge window when you're evading, but you do have to be pretty attentive.
Yeah.
Macros thinks the war is over, but our fight has.
Yeah, and it
just
would appear your
begun.
game sound might be a little loud from what your chat's saying.
Yeah, I will fix it. Restore HP. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I understood that was a life stone. I am not that noobish game. I am fully aware of
They go back
what
and
that
forth
is.
between babying you with the tutorial and going, you'll figure it out.
1,000 men in there defending her.
If anyone can get in there, Orin can.
Is it better now?
You understand
think
how
it's too loud
important this
anymore.
mission is. The weapon we need is
It's not.
inside
I
this
barely
temple.
hear it.
Sir,
Ah, there we go.
I was gonna say, there was always the option you could have just lowered what they hear of it, too.
I'll take the front.
I just remember I still have music on, and for some reason I can't turn it off
That is weird.
again. It's my Windows key for some reason just decided to. I don't want to work today. I need to restart my computer for it. I just.
I've been there.
Is your armor holding up?
Not to mention, Windows might decide it wants to update arbitrarily to be annoying. It just turns into a whole thing.
And you're too loud for me. There we go. Okay, do you guys hear Drac? Yes, that's the name.
Words are hard.
My brain is not fully here right now, guys. Bear with me.
We'll get there, it'll be fine.
Hey, what are you doing? You look oddly suspicious. And there was a line between you guys. I don't trust that.
That would be correct to suspect and be upset about.
Oh, what's this?
Hey there, Mendo.
Oh, cute to block.
Yeah, you can spawn a shield.
I like the way it spawn in, though.
It's a very nice thing, it just kind of folds out. Where is the thing I need to jump to
Alright.
again? Oh, right, I need to go back up there and jump the gap from there.
This is going to take time.
Yeah, that's where I got stuck last time.
Yeah, I
was
just
like, where am
forgot
I
for a
going from
second.
here?
Because the game kind of guides you down those stairs and then does the thing.
Sir,
No,
you're still
that's
injured.
finally disappeared.
Doesn't matter. We have a job to do.
Healed from
Mm-hmm.
aim and precision.
It's a very nice ability to have, because that's an easy way to get takedowns. You just whack him in the face with the shield.
I don't want to be the person, you know, looking at similarities in games, but this reminds me so much of Titan in fucking Destiny.
Oh yeah. You're gonna feel some of that. You're gonna feel a little bit of Warframe in this too.
Oh, I already have.
Those were the two things I noticed immediately with this when I played it before. Which,
Ah!
sadly, to a similar degree, the grinding from Warframe kind of carries over too. But not
Oh.
time-based, at least. It just requires a lot of material for some things.
she
So
won't
it's
want
not
to leave the
quite
temple.
as bad, but
I know.
there is a material requirement.
Hold C to face. Oh.
I don't know if the game has taught you about soul shattering yet, but that extra layer you see on enemy health bars is their soul shatter buildup. If you hit them with a heavy attack when it's built up past their health, they'll just explode.
Oh.
It's a very nice trick. My personal favorite mechanic in the game, pretty much.
Knockdown attack. Oh.
Game, you need to bring me tougher opponents if you want me to actually bother blocking things.
He was a little bit strong. How did I do that again? R, I think it was. Yeah.
R is your healing, yeah. since I assume that was what you were looking for.
Yeah.
Bonk.
I only get healing from that. Ooh.
Yeah, and I'm sure they already told you that you have a limited amount of those healing stones unless you pick up more.
Not what I read, but I will know that now.
It's the crystal-looking thing next to where your shield cooldown is. Every time you pick up a green orb, you just about always get a recovery stone back, so it's not really a big concern.
Oh yeah.
Just letting you know, because I've definitely run out before. And as you might expect, it ends very poorly.
Oh, you're now standing there in your little... Oh!
And that's why you don't mock the monsters.
I want to mock them. Oh!
Well,
Ow.
be ready to dodge when you mock them.
Ouch.
Because karma comes quickly.
Now it feels more like Dark Souls.
There's a bit of that in here too, yeah. Yep, that is accurate. Oof.
Ow! He did heavy too. He did not like me.
Yeah, there's a weird bit of parrying you can do with timing certain attacks against enemy attacks too, but I've never quite figured out exactly how it works.
Ouch! This guy's gonna kick me arse.
Yeah, the boss fight at the end of the tutorial can actually be a little difficult, but you'll get through it.
No man shall enter the temple of the seventh sanctum.
It's like, as long as you're attentive about dodging his attacks, he's not too bad. Just don't expect to be able to rush through him, because he's a bit too tanky for that.
Oh, not this fire again.
And do also remember you can evade back to back. You don't have to wait too long between evades.
Oh, that I've already noticed. It just...
I figured, but it's something a lot of people end up forgetting.
Oh, I need that one.
Out of the Ring of Death. There we go. Come here, Phalanxar. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come on. Oh no, you're gonna get me. All that mace in you can't hit anything.
Oh, okay, okay.
Of course, I say careful mocking the monster, and here I am just making fun of him the whole way.
Oh, fighting in the air. Pow, pow.
Mm-hmm. They love going over the top with this game, and that's honestly one of the best parts. It's just a very silly game. Come here, big guy. Oh, you missed me. There we go. I caught up. The tutorial fight's over.
Poor doggo.
Yeah, it's a bit rough.
Out. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna do one more thing. Because I noticed my chat is moving a little bit too fast for that to be that tiny window. I can't really keep
Oren.
up.
I knew I'd see you
So
again.
let me make
someday.
it bigger. So what did I miss?
Then you know why I'm here.
Scrolling up. So hi Tommy and hi Mandel and hey Elfin. Nice to see you guys. Yeah, it was a problem with tagging Mendel in Discord today. I don't know what that was all about because I tried to do that too. And you're getting sick, Mendel? What the fuck?
There's a lot of sickness going around again right now.
Can't hear game. It's because I tabbed out. Is it still too low? I take it as it is too low, as you guys are saying.
There we go. Go ahead and pop that open.
Wait. I probably did not... Oh, it was already off. Up.
As I'd say, you might have also lowered it a little too much when you were fixing it for your mic audio before.
Yeah, that's why I was like listening to my people because they are the ones that can really hear it. Because for me, it was still really loud because headset.
Mm-hmm. I know that problem oh too well. We both live with that problem all the time. Good to know my reflexes are still holding for this game.
I want to fight you just because you're golden doggo. And you look rather spicy.
Yeah, that's the big boys of the dog things. They're not too bad. Yep, there we go.
Ooh. Morph stones. Morphs are unidentified loot and appears 5 due to rarity. Of course they do.
Yeah, it's basically the same as Destiny Engrams, more or less. Aside from you don't actually need to do anything to open them. I believe it's just once we leave we get them, something like that.
Well, you only get like three types of engram, and soon it's just gonna be 2.
Yeah.
Because they are switching.
Which, of note, if you open your inventory right now, you'll see a bunch of higher-end gear sitting in there because of the fact that we're doing the endgame version, so if you want to play around with those ahead of time, you can. That'll give you more weapon types to try out.
Wait. Really?
Oh wait, no, they do say... Yeah, some of these do require level 1, so you should have a couple things sitting in there.
I only have like 2.
Okay. It might be that since I started this on a different file before, it might have some of them still sitting there and being confusing for me then.
Yeah, it's only 1.
The monolith is a weapon like
only 1 for Sino.
It has the power.
It's probably for the best that you don't get too many anyway.
Hey guys, do you want to know the most annoying thing with this game, by the way? Okay, I got it free on Epic, right?
Oh, yeah.
Then it turns out I need to upgrade to do, like, you know, the good stuff. Which makes me really sad.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dirty trick on their part. I gave Epic support a bit of hell about that one when I was fixing it myself before. Because you also have a hard time actually buying the game. Or at least you did at the time, because the other edition existed. So I literally had to have them get it out of my inventory so that I could buy the other version of the game. That's since been fixed, I'm pretty sure. But it was bad. Yes, it would be upgraded and pay cash.
Then why did you come here? I saw plays like this. I can see a lot of greedy people going into a place like this and
Oh,
all
yeah.
the money laying everywhere.
It's designed kind of as a trap.
Oh, really? I like this movement I decided to pick. Give me like a slide to
Yeah.
evade. I
The
really
slide's
like
real
that.
nice. I grabbed weapon techniques first because aggression.
The odds are
This game is a
greatly
big no
against
for you, then I think it is. If you actually buy the game and not get it free on Epic, it will function like any other game because
Correct.
I got it for free. I need to upgrade it to get everything.
Yeah, there is a free
Kind of a
version that
trap.
exists, and that's where the confusion comes from, because when Epic gave it away, quote-unquote, they were just actually releasing the free version. They just made it seem like a giveaway because they're bad at wording things,
Yeah.
is basically how that whole thing runs down. I give them a lot of hell for it, but it's not actually a lie.
Oh, that shield actually gives a lot of back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a little bit stuck in the tutorial.
What happened?
No, I mean, like, I got stuck to continuing because we talked about maybe not doing it.
Oh, yeah. That's because I was expecting us to be doing the main game, which we would have wanted to get through the tutorial to get to that quicker, because there would be a lot more we needed to get through.
Ugh. Okay, give me a sick enemy. Woohoo! Ah!
There we go. All the enemies go pop.
Enemies go oof.
Yeah. Yeah, you're actually a little bit limited in your movements and such right now in the tutorial. Once we get out of the tutorial, you'll actually feel that'll free up a bit more.
Well, I don't mind because, in my opinion, tutorial is not supposed to hold your hand per se too much.
Yeah.
I mean, they already let you get one skill point in here. I think that was enough to just make it so much better.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey.
Especially
Yeah,
since
yeah.
they don't force you to choose the skill up they want. You can just put it wherever.
Yeah, I really like that because I kind of hate when games are like, oh yeah, you need to pick this one as your very first one. Then you pick whatever you want.
You know, ignoring the fact that most players, if they get a reset button, reset that point out almost every time.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this skill sucks, try again.
I see. You really act like one of the Destiny enemies I actually killed yesterday in the dungeon.
Funny how that works out.
That's why it kind of, when I saw the line between them, like the first time I met him, I was like,
Uh-huh. Yeah, they're not
know
subtle with
what
the
that
mechanics in
means.
this game at all.
I was like, I don't know what that means.
This is very much designed to be basically a melee-focused Destiny.
Yeah.
Which it somewhat works.
I
Somewhat.
think somebody talked to me. Is this game like rather new?
Relatively. I think it came out 2 years ago at most.
Oh, okay, no, then it's not.
There's
that-
been others that have done the same thing since then, so you might be thinking of another one.
Yeah, because somebody said that it came out a clone that was basically like Warframe and Destiny combined, and it was supposed to be very good, and people seemed hyped about it when it came out, and then I heard nothing more.
I mean, that really could be this game, because that's exactly what happened with this, too.
But that was just a couple of months ago, that's why I'm a bit confused.
It has happened multiple times. There have been other games that did the same thing and also kind of fell on their face out the gate.
Yeah, because, hello there, Tekken. Yeah, as I said, like, it's good to sometimes, you know, bring the good stuff from another game into another game, but sometimes people see the, see through it, and they're like, oh, but this is, but then I can just go and play this game, which I'm already playing.
Mm-hmm. That's part of the problem, and sometimes they take the wrong elements from a game. They think this is what makes the game good, when it really isn't.
Oh,
So I've definitely seen that a few times.
That's what I felt with, oh my god, name of the game, Outriders? Like,
yeah.
They also have a little bit of, you know, like this, looter shooter, feeling. It's just that they took, in my opinion, some good aspect from a looter shooter,
Mm-hmm.
but then made it repeatable to a never-ending story.
Yeah.
Even when you're done with the game, you just do the same thing all over again. And I was like, you know what? No.
Outriders had good ideas, but yeah, it also had some real bad ideas.
The story made me so disappointed. Like,
I just ignored that the whole time. I gave up on that so quick.
oh, you're gonna leave for work? Okay. You have a good one and have a good time at work.
Walk up, guy yells at me, knock him over immediately. You know what? Fine. Fuck you. Whack.
Smack, 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 smack. Amazing. I hate that I actually enjoy this.
Yeah.
Because I also don't really have money to upgrade this so-called version that they want me to upgrade to.
That's why I was trying to be careful and if we didn't have the correct version, not do it. But confusion happened, and confusion's going to happen.
Tell me.
I'll find a way.
Is what it is.
I just need to get inside the monolith.
I never die.
Oh, funny thing, you're gonna level up a lot once the tutorial ends.
Yeah, I guess that's what's gonna make me, not really play this after we are done, because I have nothing to really do.
Yeah, you're basically gonna have the capacity to get new gear, and that's about it.
Yeah, and that's not gonna keep me going.
No.
For sure.
That's why when I had played that version originally, I didn't keep going with it either. It wasn't till some other people were like, hey, we want to play this game, and then we found out about that issue that we ended up picking up the main game. And it was fun enough. It had some decisions that I didn't entirely agree with later on, but that's just how these games go.
I mean, I have some couple of stuff in Destiny I don't agree with.
Yeah,
but...
it's similar issues to that kind of thing. Some of it's boss design, some of it's mechanics that I'm just like, why?
Oh, I see.
In part, and I'm gonna explain this since we're not actually gonna deal with it. One of the main ways to progress from area to area is doing literally the same thing again. You have to go collect keys from maps, bring them to the boss area to fight the boss, and then you repeat the process to go through the various realms to get to the end of the game. It got super repetitive.
I have a duty to stop.
Hey there, Blowfish. How you doing?
That sounds like, yeah, that sounds kinda like, Outriders.
It's like, the gameplay still felt fun, just we never felt like we were doing anything different at any point, and that was the issue with the game.
That's probably why it didn't become famous enough to reach me, and that usually means the game wasn't that big of a woohoo.
It was huge for, like, the first year it was out. Not even. Like, most of its hype died when the game came out and people played it. Which is sad, but true.
I mean, I could see myself play this alone, just, when I don't want friends around.
Oh, yeah. I think in short bursts, this game would be fine, just you can't, like, sit and go through the whole thing, or you're gonna start seeing where all the threads start coming up a bit.
Destiny Ghost, hi! It's been a while. It's been a long while, actually.
Sounds good,
How was your
Blowfish, sounds
summer?
good.
Welcome back.
Yeah, one thing the tutorial might not have told you is you can equip 2 weapons at once, and if you mouse wheel, you can switch between them at any time, including in the middle of a combo.
That's what I wanted to know, because I did equip another one, I just didn't understand how to switch to it.
Yep, because it doesn't really tell you. That's why I'm telling you now.
This weapon, though. This weapon is fun.
Go ahead and put this hammer on, because these hammers are pretty
Somewhat
fun.
better.
Big hammer. Let's see, where am I going? I'm going this way.
Well, I would totally be a big hammer smasher.
The hammers are fun. I usually am not that big on big weapons, but these hammers are pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm not too much for, like, big weapons either, but... Ooh. Sneaky.
They make these feel pretty quick, which makes them feel decent. Where is progress? That's the one unfortunate thing with the tutorial dungeon is it's a little unclear where the path is sometimes.
I didn't keep an eye on my health.
Oh.
Whoopsie.
Rip the Xeno.
Whippy-weeno.
Yeah, you can in fact die in the tutorial, as you've now learned.
Oh yeah, like, I understood that, it just... I wanted to see if I could parry successfully, and, well, I took a couple of hits and then I just died.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
The parry timing is pretty generous, but it's also a little funky at times. Because you can do both an offensive parry with your weapon and the shield parry.
Apparently my moderator has a huge rocket in his pocket, and I'm very, very concerned.
There's a lot to unpack with that question, and we're just not going to think about it too much.
I guess that's why he became a mod in the first place. He's very random.
Ah, yeah, the sunflower orbs. I gotta do a survival fight here. Oop.
Royal is very long, which I actually think would make me almost question if I would want to do it if I did it, like,
yeah,
not for streaming.
That's the other reason why I'm like, if we need to, we can skip it. There is a skip tutorial button in the escape menu if we feel like this is going too long. Because they kind of stretch it out a bit, if I'm honest.
Oh, you bastard! Oh, I did it! Schmack. Schmack.
There There we go.
You changed the mind the last second. Yeah, I didn't pay for this at all. I got it for free on Epic, and then they just dropped this sad text in my face that I need to upgrade to actually get the story.
What game is
Huh?
What game is it?
Godfall.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Your
And there's
odds
no
are
story at all.
1,000 to 1.
No, it is a
But I will help
story.
you
It just we don't have the right
on one
version,
condition.
so you have to buy something to
won't
get
like it, Lauren.
the right version.
Yeah, the only reason I ended up upgrading, aside from people wanting to play, was I only paid like 20 for it, because it was on like better than 50% off at the time.
So it's kind of a demo. I guess you could say that.
Yeah, it's basically a trial version. That's literally what the Challenger Edition is. And it was advertised as such aside from when Epic gave it away the first time. And that's where all the fuckery comes from.
Fuckity. Parry approves attack to stun an
Ah,
enemy.
here's the real
I-
tutorial boss, Solaris. Okay. Now I remember this fight.
Ooh, now we make it epic as. What happened to your hair, my guy? Where did your beautiful long hair go?
I'm not sure which one you mean. Ah!
Ah,
If you mean the guy we're playing, it's attached to the armor.
when they do like a big like smack attack, I don't want to be rude, devs, but it's so obvious.
Well, it's not meant to be subtle. This is a tutorial boss. They're meant for you to learn how that an attack works, rather than getting mauled by it. Not every game goes learn by losing.
But Xeno like learned by losing.
Oh, I'm aware. But this game's got a bit heavier kid glove at the start. Don't worry. The first real boss you fight, they'll take those gloves off.
Fair point, fair point.
Because you'll notice he also has the same flame burst that the mid-boss had, too.
Yep, that was the one I basically said that those rings just feel so freaking obvious.
Because this game also borrows a bit from an MMO, which has those big warning labels and such on attacks like that.
The one was obvious too.
You honestly don't even need to dodge him if you don't want to. You could literally just pound him to death.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like to actually do what the game wants me to do.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, since you're calling out the attacks as being super simple, I'm just pointing out that that's where the fight gets even easier. If you literally just wanted to dead brain beat him to death, you could.
Oh, okay, that one was a bit surprising. I give you that one, boss.
I'm
That
gonna
one
guess
was
he started
cute.
raining fire on you, because that's the one that is typically a problem.
And yeah, it's a laser-looking
Oh, yeah.
fire ability.
That one's a little nasty too, because it can also set you on fire, which hurts a lot.
Yeah, that's what happened. Oh, he's doing it again. Smacky.
Yeah, because he's got two different laser moves. He can do just a quick zap, and he's also got that, like, slide laser he does that sets the ground on fire.
Oh wow! Now you're gonna spam? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
You just feel like another fucking Dark Souls boss now.
That's why I was saying, if you need to, just pummel him into the ground, because, he stops being fun after a bit. I broke it.
Ooh, laser.
I got a shiny thing. those
on,
over on
little
my
boss.
side, by the way. Take a
Oh,
look at the
oh,
title
you-
and let me know if that
I don't like
tag
your
for
lazy
Xeno
stuff.
actually does something, because supposedly Twitch has added a feature where you can tag
From here,
people on your stream so that people can follow them from the title. Let me know if that's actually working.
No? Okay, you're shy. Alright, I'm coming to you.
Oh, right, I broke more than the bot. Right, the whole building just fell on my head. Well, that's a problem. That's probably not ideal.
Oh, he actually tried to strike us as he dies.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's powering down and he's like, fuck you. Thunk. Damn it.
Well done.
Okay.
He took the whole building down with him because he was a spiteful little bastard.
That's very sinister. Just take his soul and into his own, like, numb.
It's like, you know what? I need this more than you do.
And I assume...
Discord, what are you on about? I don't see any notifications, but you're telling me there's a notification.
Run, little lion man.
Ah, okay. That one was just bugged on my phone. Got it. Okay. That way I can make that notification go away so it doesn't bother me. But once you get in here, you'll see all of the armor suits you have available in the game, and each of them have slightly different game mechanics tied to them, similar to Warframe frames.
At least it's not a woman with giant boobs.
Nah.
Oh, there we go. Level 50 has popped on me. Ooh, I kinda like how that one looks. Yuck.
Yeah, there's some very
I'll
nice
totally
looking
wear.
ones.
Blue.
And there are a couple that have a little bit of a chest to them, but nothing exaggerated or ridiculous. Which one do I want to use this time? Because I almost always use this one over
Wait,
here.
I can pick one?
Yeah,
How
you
do
can
I-
choose to craft your first Valor plate. Just walk up to one and
Ah.
press C, and you'll be able to look at what it does and decide whether you want to make it.
I actually don't have that.
The C prompt's a little funky. You might just be in the wrong
Oh.
spot.
Oh, I needed to touch.
Oh, yeah, the tutorial
right
wants us to
one.
touch a specific one, and then we can go... No, it's looking like it might actually be making us make this one first. I forgot about that. Could have swore we could just make our own choice, but it's fine. We have enough to make multiple.
I don't really care, it looks good.
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and make that one, and then I'll make the one I actually want. The Phoenix is good, too.
What without the spirit, without the brutality of him?
Yeah, now they're teaching us how the menus and such all work.
Okay, right now I'm weak as hell.
A little bit, yeah. Once you put a full set of gear on, it'll feel better.
Oh, we can put shards and shit. Holy hell.
Yep, you can modify your gear and all of that. There's a lot. Because you can augment the armor itself, you can augment the equipment, you can set whole slews of skills and all of that. There's a lot of numbers and such going on in this game.
I like this one.
Now, it does automatically give you a set of skills for up to your amount of skill points. You can just reset that, so you can set them as you please.
Oh, you mean inside the skills? That was
Yeah.
elsewhere.
I'm just covering what I'm getting to as I get to it to make sure I remember and make sure you understand at the same time. I'm just kind of throwing random things in place right now because I'm going to be changing plates here in a second anyway. Just so the tutorial shuts up and gives me back control. There we go.
They have banners here too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Oh, this just give me more life. Sure, I take that. Apply the marker fidget whenever you hit an enemy. Physical resistance. I want that. Sounds useful. It gives you the... Really?
I mean, I guess from the collection aspect, maybe, but that's about all I could say on that.
Restore 49 health whenever you hit an enemy with a shield. Restore life to charge you whenever you place your banner. Spirit. The thing is, I don't know enough to actually understand what's good right now, so I'm just picking whatever feels
As I'd say,
right.
just pick what you want, because remember, we're not going to be playing this for that long probably anyway, so... There's no sense in going, oh, what is best build?
True, but I still want something so it's fun this little time we're doing this.
Oh yeah. That's why I'm picking a bunch of the ones that actually, like, add extra button inputs and such. Just so the game plays a bit differently.
Yes, I want this one back. What is this? You can perform a takedown on a small enemy immediately after a parry. Hit an enemy weak spot to deal increased damage and knock down the enemy. Oh, I like that one.
I also recommend grabbing Siphon. Press E and R to siphon enemy health over 4 seconds.
Which one is that?
It's in the upper right. It's not quite all the way up there. It's between Rampage and Breach.
Breach and Rampage. So it's Siphon?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you kill an enemy with it, you also summon a copy of them. So it's a fun little thing to have. So I went through and grabbed all of the button input ones, because I'm crazy like that. There we go. Now we have a button prompt on all of the armors, so we can make whichever one we want. Do I go with my usual? Because I've almost always used Greyhawk, because it has extra Soul Shatter buildup, and that's my favorite mechanic. But I feel like I should probably at least try something different. Bulwark now.
Ooh. Wait, is that space? I can barely see the text. I think it's space.
Armistice. Breach could be a thing.
Oh my god. Of course I want
Undo.
that.
Ah, right, that's the Earth thing.
Soul Shatter build
And I could
But this
always...
is too much for Xeno's brain right now.
Yeah. mean, you could always just pick whichever one you like the look of the best. Those stats really don't matter that much.
Yeah, I basically just gonna do that for now.
I'm just cycling through so my chat sees what all of these do. So they get an idea of what we're looking at. I could try weak point damage. That is a thing.
Yeah. Press I to open your inventory. Okay, game. And now it have given me one of each, so I can put it on.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the unfortunate thing about doing the endgame version, is it is a big info dump.
yeah.
You've got a lot to process. Ooh, that heals on timing attacks. That's also a good one to have.
Big tits? Huh? What are you guys
I have
talking
no idea.
about? I take this one. It looks juicy. I have no idea what it does.
Which one did you
Now,
pick?
game. Just one of the rings.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'll go with my first instinct and swap over to Armistice.
I have to. Oh.
The armor of justice was preferred by many Valorian leaders.
Are we gonna club them to death, guys? Yes, we're gonna club them to death.
There we go.
And
What do I feel like using today?
now I want to keep this.
I don't think I use pole arms that much.
hammer.
We'll use a pole arm and Soul Shatter to summon a fire elemental. Maybe.
Open this. I was in the skill menu before, you little.
It likes to be a pain in the butt.
There, I opened your stupid shit.
Oh yeah, right. I'm probably supposed to be using these because these do massively more damage than everything else.
Visit the training room, okay. I will visit the training room.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'll pay attention to
yes.
that eventually. I'm sitting here sorting out equipment.
Smack. Oh, I actually have like combos to remember.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, this
you
game
can
would be-
remember. You don't
Yeah,
need to,
yeah.
but they help. There we go.
Okay, smack. Oh, it's this one too. Oh, okay. That's kinda neat. Yeah, like we said before, Elfin, it has a little bit of Destiny and Warframe aspects. And even a little bit of Dark Souls, which I think is a really weird combo, but... They put a little bit of different games together in one game.
Which definitely can work. In this case, mixed results. Oh yeah, I don't think this do what I thought it did. Oh yeah, it didn't actually carry over the techniques when I switched frames. That's why it's confused. I'm sitting here just purchasing techniques while the training dummy's hitting me over the head. Yeah, I'll be with you in a minute.
Hey, I've been in here now smacking people. Visit the forge, of course.
Yeah, that's where you can buy new gear. So they want to teach you about all of that. I'm gonna buy the entire grid for a second here. Siphon.
What now? Talk to... You are cute. You are absolutely adorable. But I don't want anything of your shit. Bye-bye.
Oof.
Open the quest menu. Okay. So there's that.
There we go.
And then we can pick. So now I basically wait on you.
Yep, 1 sec. Had to redo some things because of the fact that I switched armors. Because I forgot that the skills and such don't actually carry over between armors.
You can't even use this game, but yes, I opened it.
What can't you use?
One thing that is locked for me.
Ah.
I hope this
How much will you guys actually follow me? Okay, not much, alright. They could have made this free heads very creepy. If they really wanted to.
Yeah. It's best that they didn't. We are currently standing in said hub, yes.
Yes, this is the hub. Though Destiny doesn't really have a hub. We have the tower that we pick quest, yes, but it's not really a hub.
Yeah.
And then it's the helm, which is where the season stuff is, but you basically don't launch the mission from the tower or from the helm per se. You have to go out in a world map and click stuff. Kind of like in Warframe, but in a different way.
Okay, so
It's designed different.
I'm pretty sure you only have the Tower of Trials, right? When you look in the map.
Map.
What do you see when you look in there? That'll tell us how much we can do.
I have Spirit Realm, and Spirit Realm.
Really?
I think.
You only have the one tab at the top of the screen when you're on that screen?
I mean, Spirit is the one that I can touch. Everything else, I don't. Wait.
Because the Challenger Edition
Oh.
used to be just Tower of Trials. That's why I'm trying to understand what you're looking at.
No, I actually see a lot of them. I can press on a lot of them at least.
Okay, yeah, anything you can touch, we can do. So you're actually not missing as much as it used to be. This is a little bit better than it was.
It's 4 of them. 3 of them are locked. The other one is just screaming at you like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you need the version."
Is those 3 are the other 3 main areas of the game. So actually, you have a decent amount. We actually can do more than just the tower. So that's good. Now, admittedly, out of all of these, the only one I know how it works is the Tower of Trials.
I can see I don't have the story missions.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get at, is the story missions are what you don't have access to. We have everything else. So yeah, we may as well start a party at the tower, and we'll go from there.
How do we? Well, you start one, cause I have no idea
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Why don't I see you on the list?
Oh, you mean on Epic or?
Yeah, I should be seeing you on Epic, because that's what the list is pulling from.
Let me just make sure nothing has gone awfully wrong, that it put me on offline or something.
Yeah, because I see Evo, who was the one I played this with before, so I know that part's working. And of course, the Epic Launcher thing is stupid and keeps minimizing itself when you're running a game, so I have to go find the damn thing instead of being able to pull it up conveniently.
Funny enough, I don't see you. Did we even...
We are friends on here, I know that.
Oh yeah, because we play freaking... Fall Guys?
Yeah, it's
What?
showing you as offline on my end. I see you on my list, you're just offline.
I'm trying to find you so I can understand this madness. And...
Well, there's a workaround, hang on. I'm gonna send you a code that Godfall has given me to add you as a friend in its system, so we can just work around Epic being stupid.
I don't see you at all in my friend list.
I have no idea why you wouldn't when I can see you.
Maybe that's the issue.
It's entirely possible, but I don't know how that would have happened. That's the code Godfall has given me that I've just given you there in Discord.
Okay, where the heck do I do this?
I went into the...
Is it redeem shift code?
No. When you're on that Tower of Trials menu, there was a start a party button, and then I found an add friend thing from there.
Invite friend?
Yeah, click that, and then you should have the extra buttons appear at the bottom.
Godfall friends.
Yeah, that's the menu I went into to do that. It's either that or we sit here and fight with Epic's system that's apparently had a aneurysm and decided to forget that we're friends, and I really don't know how to unpack that situation right now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, in the Godfall Friends menu, you should be able to put the code I gave you into that Add Friends field. That's next to your friend code.
Did? Or did it not? Oh, wait.
There we go. I see the invitation. I just need to figure out how to interact with that.
Because I just kept, like, pressing, so I was like, why is it not working?
There's a lot of I'm just making this up as I go along happening here, so just bear with me.
You like thunderstorms.
There we go. We are in a party now. Now we can launch mission. The only party leader can, and you're the party leader now, so...
Fuck. That's what I wanted to,
Yeah, I thought you were accepting the friend code, not just inviting me to the party. But either way is fine. Just go to Tower of Trials and click on the one on the bottom. That's the easier one. We'll just start there and we'll move on with our lives from there.
The one at the bottom?
There should be two of them when you look at the Tower of Trials, or just click on whichever one you do have, because maybe since I did that one on another file...
Tower of Trials, okay, yeah, I just needed to find it.
Okay. I wasn't sure where the issue was, because there could have been about 80 different problems.
Why does it stand purpish?
Because you have to spend Valor coins, which we have tons of because of being endgame thing. Ordinarily, you'd have to earn them. There we go. Multiplayer game is starting.
Finding server.
Yep. It'll just take it a second to sort its shit out.
I mean, I'm scared of firestorm. Thunderstorms too.
Yeah, they're no fun. Oh, there we go. It has found us a server.
Even though it's rare, it can actually be extremely dangerous to be outside during
Correct. Yeah, how this works is we're basically gonna be on an elevator. Every time we touch that middle button, we'll start another fight. And then there'll be rooms we go out to from the elevator.
Jack was just like, fuck that. something is not right here.
I was trying to decide if you were doing that on purpose, and then after I heard you, it's like, yep, she's doing that on purpose. Okay. Fair enough. I'm used to this.
Hello.
Yeah, I highly recommend getting rid of things like those ghosts immediately, because they can corrupt us, which stun us for a little bit. They aren't particularly nasty. Everything else is pretty standard.
Yeah, we're gonna continue Dark Souls again. I just needed a little bit of a break, because last time I got extremely exhausted. Because I played like 3 days in a row, just Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's a lot of Dark Souls.
Yeah, and the last time I did it, I also were in that feeling that everything that doesn't matter where I went was just like a little bit too high level for my survival, and all I did was suffering for everything, so I was like, I need a break.
So let's see, do we want a might boon, a spirit boon, or a vitality boon? What are you thinking? Basically, we get a choice of 3 buffs that'll apply, in theory, based on that stat, but sometimes they can be a little bit of a tangent as well.
I don't even know what spirit means. Is that like a mana?
It's usually things relating to, I think, Breach and Soul Shatter and things like that, rather than to straight attacking. And I think it helps your weapon techniques as well. Might is your straight damage type things, as you'd expect. Vitality is better survivability, and it does also apply to, I think, our Siphon. An ability that we purchased.
You pick.
Off to might we go. Because usually when I've done this, I've literally just purchased might every time. Okay, now we gotta do a timed combat trial here to earn our reward. Right, things like Bone Crushers are a little more sturdy than most. I had to charge my shield throw to knock him over. Oofa. Crunch. Kaboom. For those watching my side, I am purposely being very reckless, so if you watch me eating a lot of stupid hits, because I'm just not really paying attention. Because I know I'll be fine. Ow. Big things like Bone Crushers are really annoying. There we go, get rid of him. Time that animation badly. Ack! Ow, that was my face. And it met your face. It wasn't good. Ah! Okay.
Oh god, I'm low too. Don't do this!
Yeah, I died because it didn't touch me, but it counted.
Oh.
Ever so slightly. But it's fine, we can respawn.
So we do this again?
Yeah, we just respawn from checkpoint and go back out there and finish the fight. Come here, you. We do only get the one respawn, though. But you're learning the game and I'm relearning the game, so... It's expected we're gonna have some issues. Especially with them throwing bone crushers at us right out the gate. That's a little mean. But, you know, it is meant to be endgame. Yeah, that'll give you a choice of 3 things to pick from. Ooh, rare chests have a 20% chance to drop an additional legendary ring. Yeah, sure. Yeah, now we just go back into the elevator once we clean up all the stuff laying around. Yeah, my mistake was I ran out of stones and didn't realize it. So I couldn't heal, and I'm like, oh, right. Uh-oh. Smack.
I had the similar situation, but I was kind of stuck in, you know, them keep charging me 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to keep healing all the time whenever I failed to either parry or dodge them.
Yeah, I was being real lazy, so that... My death was definitely on me. I was being super sloppy just because I was like, it's fine. Because when I did the test trial earlier today to make sure the game ran right, I was flattening everything just fine. But that was a slightly different setup. And I think it does scale based on player count in here. So now there's 2 of us, it's going to be harder.
Well, it makes sense.
There we go. Here comes another batch. I am starting to remember why I wasn't that big a fan of these pole arms, too, because it's very easy to get caught in the middle of animations with this weapon. It's got some real long moves to it. There we go. Let's just quickly swap off that pole arm.
Awakening completed.
Yeah, because you can just swap weapons at any time you would like as well in your inventory.
Only maximum HP will scale up based on the number of players. Thank
Yeah.
you for the information. Can
Makes
I pick
sense.
now?
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, I want this. No, wait. This one.
Sure.
The other one was green before. That's why my brain was like.
Yeah, they
green.
change colors. I don't know what
Oh.
that's supposed to mean. It's been too long. Oh, great. More bone crushers, huh?
Alright.
Guess I'll just have to actually start taking these seriously. Till they grab me and headbutt me. That's a bit of a problem. Follow up and hit that one. Ah, he got me on the backswing. There goes another one. Okay. Alright, big boy. Cool your jets. There we go. Less problems. There's still something kicking around here somewhere. I think.
Go? How you doing?
Yep, there he is. He's hiding in the corner here. Come here, you.
Hold on.
Watch out, Xeno.
Head pet. Yes, as I said, doing a head pet.
Yep, I heard you, just I couldn't stop him from doing what he was doing, so that's why the warning.
Oh!
There we go.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, that makes sense that door color would indicate rarity of what you get and how difficult it would be.
Yeah, sorry for not answering right away. I tried to focus on not dying.
There was a bit going on, yeah. We also haven't been putting our banners down. Mostly because I forgot what button it is.
Banner. Huh?
I'm gonna make some spaghetti. You want some?
Spaghetti. What are you gonna do to it?
I'm gonna make some sauce, but I don't know if I want that.
Oh, you're only gonna have pasta then? No, thank you. Yep, sorry.
You're good. I was just checking what I picked up.
Yeah.
And here we go again. Yeah, you were looking around, so I was making sure you were ready before I pushed the button.
Oh, yeah, I just always look environments when I play games.
Oh, I know.
It's a new game.
I just didn't want you getting surprised when I pushed the button, as you were enjoying the environment. Keep hitting the wrong button to do what I want to do.
Oh. I'm down, apparently.
Yep. Don't have a lot of... Ah, nope, they're interrupting it. Hold that thought.
Could I just respawn?
Yeah, well, I don't know if we have any respawns left. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't get that thought out quick enough because I was busy dodging 3 things at once.
Wait, why can't I see you again?
Because we're back at the hub, it's fine.
How can I help?
Hubs are separated.
Oh, that's boring.
Like I said, they didn't always have the best ideas with this.
Okay, I started again.
Yeah, I was checking the shop because I do feel a little underpowered with what they gave us. Yeah, that does seem better, but I can't afford it. Deal with that later.
You're wiping and waiting for later. I guess you're gonna drink with the boys, huh? Oh, what's that?
Also, probably would have helped if I remembered to put my augments back together. Yeah, that would help a lot, probably.
I'm very confused still.
What are you confused about?
Everything. Actually, there, I found it. Never mind.
Okay. I was about to say, because I can only do so much. I need to know where to start.
Huh.
There we go.
Eh.
That'll fix my problems at the very least. So I was a dum-dum and forgot to put augments on this one after putting them all on the other one.
You want the boop as well? Alright.
So I was basically running around that last round with like half the stats I would have had.
Oh. Okay, I'm going in now.
Yeah, we should be good now.
Yeah, sadly to say though, if this is not coming into like a sale, I'm not upgrading.
Yeah, it was at a pretty heavy sale before, so it'll probably happen again at some point. As to when, who knows.
Yeah.
Tower awaits.
If I end up with an extra copy of it, like from Humble or something, I'll probably pass it your way.
The monolith.
Since, you know, I already have it. So.
Yeah.
And now I know you're
Yeah,
at
I
least
have a
somewhat interested.
Yeah, I have a friend who kept spamming me games because they already had whatever Humble Bundle gave to them. But
Yeah.
lately, it haven't happened. So I guess lately they got games it didn't have.
It's a real mixed bag with that one. Like, I've gotten a lot of doubles, but I also know that they're doubles that people would not actually want, so I just leave them sitting in there until I find somebody that might want them. Rather than just yeeting all of the copies at people.
I mean, most of them that he's been giving has been like games with good reviews.
Well, yeah.
So he doesn't give me, you know, the trash pile. The
Well,
trash
no.
piles that he still have on his.
There's certainly plenty of trash to be had in there, unfortunately.
Yeah, he usually tell me he has a bunch of games just idling in there.
Mhm.
Because he doesn't want them and nobody else wants them.
So let's see, we
You
got
pick
2 blues and a
first.
green. Well, I am going to continue doing what I always do. Might all the way.
That's very mightful of you.
Aha!
I will just go and hide in a corner now.
You knew what you were gonna get from that. You said that specifically knowing what you were going to get.
Yep. I just had to, because deep inside of me, I was like, I need to say this. I don't care
Oh, yeah.
how cringe or how bad it is. The urge is here now, and I need to do it.
And that's fair. I see we had the same idea
Oh.
again.
We really need to stop sharing the same brain in different bodies.
Tell that to all the other people I'm sharing this damn brain cell with. We've ended up with community brain cell, and I don't know how to handle it.
I mean, isn't that usually how it is? Because if you look at my followers, they're usually like people being very silly,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm a very silly person. So it feels like, you know, wherever people feel comfortable, they will land.
Well, yeah, like calls to like. That is how that works.
You were a little bit annoying, actually.
Yeah, the pulverizers are kind of like the skull crushers in that they really love to knock you around and be a pain in the butt. Usually I can handle these a bit better than I am right now.
Yeah, I'm not doing the greatest.
There we go, mine's dead. I just also had this little blue bastard following me around the whole time. Let's put an end to that. Okay, now you, sir, need to calm the hell down.
Oh God.
Bonk.
Ah.
Fixed it. Interesting trade there. You just both zoomed past each other.
We were like, you know what? I have enough of you. Save. And then, oh.
Wait a minute. There's a problem here.
Something. Hello? Went totally wrong.
Ooh, gain a blessing of luck whenever you defeat an enemy with a takedown. Sure. I do a lot of takedowns.
I don't know what anything does, so I'm just picking whatever and move on with my life.
I mean, that's how you do, yeah. That's what usually gets me in trouble, but you know, I'll do it anyway.
What if we could move like this in real life?
I mean, you
Whee!
can, but your leg and ass are gonna really have a problem with that idea after a bit.
I mean, without consequences, Drax.
There you go, there's the
Without
important part.
consequences.
Well, wear armor like this and there might not be consequences. Considering, you know, we've gotten stabbed, hit with hammers and all of that, and not suffered any major consequences from that either. Oh, we got another big boy.
I hate the big boy. Goddamn it, Drax.
I think we showed him how much we don't like him. Bonk. Aw, I was trying to hit him after you hit him, but he doesn't have solid ragdolls. I wanted to use him as a baseball.
Oh, you're spitting. Okay.
Yeah, that's what the spitters do. Thankfully, they're real easy to kill, because they, you know, expect to be far away, and then you stab them in the face. And then that plan really just doesn't work out for them. So where do you want to go?
Vitality.
Okay. I'm noticing a pattern here.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, it's a survival trial this time.
Oh god. Why are you so far away? I don't trust that.
Yeah, they're archers. They try to hide.
Makes sense. I
God damn it, he
guess.
teleported. Because that's the other thing they like to do.
Oh, that's mages.
Yep.
Not sure I like that idea.
On the bright side, the giant ball they summon is pretty slow, so...
Whew,
Ah, suddenly dogs.
out of nowhere.
Crunch crunch goes the puppy.
Oh. Crunch, crunch goes the puppy.
You could take that in either context, really. Either he goes crunch crunch on you, or you go crunch crunch on him. Either one. Both have been happening.
Oh my god, this dog makes my life a pain right now.
Yep. That's why they go crunch crunch.
Oh, out of healing. How delightful.
Knock it off, bad dog. Alright, you ran from one problem to another. Oh, there's still a mage.
I just went for healing and then I...
Well, no, I meant the enemy that ran from you straight into me.
Oh my god, okay, that one is a bit of a homing, huh?
Yeah. I forget if it's per player or not, but there's another healing orb sitting here that I can see. I don't know if you can see it.
It's per player.
Okay, making sure, because I didn't
don't
remember.
see it.
Because otherwise I was going to leave it for you.
Ooh.
Each key I spend gives me 5% health, or whenever I pick up Electrum. Whenever I pick up Electrum, it's probably going to happen more.
I hate fire. I'm gonna take the fire resistant.
That's not a bad idea.
Whee!
I like the spin you do at the start of the first one. Just whee. Nice little spin move. Oh, there they are.
I was gonna say, where are they?
As usual, we're still sharing that brain cell. Oop. Pop.
I am terrible at blocking in all games, I swear. Any games with blocking, Xeno is just like, what's blocking? I don't know what that is.
I understand it in some games. This game, I have a very bad habit of just getting way too aggressive for my own good, so I just start getting caught up in all kinds of bad.
Same.
But when it works out real good.
Oh,
Oop.
oh, big guy. Hello.
Oh, there we go. Game just stopped for a second there for some reason.
I don't
That was
wanna
weird.
play with you. You're creepy. You're very creepy, my guy. Oh. Yep,
Yeah.
as I thought.
Oh yeah, one of those creepy guys. Hey you, stop creeping. Knock it off. Just walked up and punched him in the face. Just, no.
I'm down. Because I had.
Oh,
like,
you got
shit
poisoned
on
or
me.
something, yeah.
I had this electrical shit on me.
Well, on the bright side, very good time to revive you, so it's fine.
Oh.
Amulet, greatsword, or polearm. I would say anything other than polearm.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in polearm either.
The amulet's the highest rarity, so we probably want that.
Yeah, let's go.
Shiny
I just have to
things.
smack your face.
I'm not sure how to feel about the giant ball.
Leaders. Oh.
Ah,
Oh.
the ones with the lines going to them. Oh, they're elites, though, so careful. He's got a second health bar.
Yeah, it's two leaders, so I assumed we were gonna have a little bit of a higher.
Pop goes the leader.
It's something else.
Yeah,
over
there's now a new
here.
set. Oh, I don't like those. I remember those.
Oh, I'm kinda scared.
I remember having issues with Shield Sworn. I'm gonna keep him busy if you want to try to get his friends.
Working on it.
That way you'll hopefully get a healing charge. Oh, there's two groups of enemies now, though. That's a problem. Nope, don't leash back. No, you stay here with me. You stay here and you fight me.
Oh, something.
I'm getting punished for my greed real bad.
Oh god, he's coming. Oh. Oh god, he got me. Fuck.
Damn it. I hit the wrong button.
Wait, can we respawn?
Yeah, we have our one respawn each still. So I just respawned.
I can't. Oh, there we go. No. Respawns remaining 1.
Yep.
Why is it defeated?
Because that's what it means. You were defeated and now you need to respawn.
Oh, I thought it was like a
Yeah.
Reno. Now it's okay. That was a bit badly explained, devs. Not gonna lie. I thought I was done for. I had to start over.
Nope. There we go.
He's cornered.
He's also dead.
And run away.
I was waiting for the follow-up on that one. Ooh, opportunity knocks. Smash! Smash! Thankfully, you don't have to be the one that knocks them down if you want to try to finish the job. Nice. We're getting there. We're figuring it out. Lots of prizes. Oh yeah, you use keys to open these, yeah. So you get your choices. This one we're guaranteed to get because this one's free. We'll go ahead and pop that.
Alright. We're popping now.
And the purple one's 7, but the blue ones are both 5, so we probably could just pop both the 5 cost ones.
Oh, we have 11.
Yeah. I don't know if the keys are shared, though. Go ahead and open that one and we'll see what
Oh.
happens. No. They are unique, so you got the chest
Okay.
that you wanted.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and open both of these. Rather than
I can't
opening...
take the 7 now.
Yeah.
I was curious about it.
It seemed more profitable to open 2 chests rather than gamble on one slightly rarer one. And yeah, it's been a bit, Evo, but Xeno was curious about it and we needed options, so we went ahead and were giving it a shot, though Xeno unfortunately did end up with the same issue we had before with the bad version explanations.
Yeah, Epic was like, here, have a free game! By the way, you have to upgrade it.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, give us money. Grab your hands. Don't forget to spend your ascension levels as well.
Huh? Ascension levels?
Yeah, that's what we get after being max level, is you get ascensions.
I didn't know that.
Because this game is so great at explaining things, and then it forgets to explain the other, like, 8 things that it didn't explain.
I don't care about loot bonuses, because it's no point if I don't actually upgrade it.
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna go figure out what the banner button is, because I keep forgetting about doing that.
Why do we need banners? What are banners?
They give us a bit of overhealth and some bonuses depending on what the banner you have is.
Oh, that could be useful.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I should probably figure what that button is, because I keep not looking at it. And I just read it, and then you asked that question, and I lost what I read. Hang on. It was V.
Can we place it anywhere?
Well, it depends on where you want the radius for it to be.
Oh, okay.
And now the radius is here, so this is actually a pretty good spot for it anyway.
Yeah, as I said, wanted to know knowledge.
Yeah,
and
you
place
just
it, and then I
didn't
realized
finish
it's
asking the
a
question
ring.
before you ended the banner, so I'm like, I can't answer that till after the fact now, so, well, too late.
I mean, you should know by now. That's how I do. I talk out loud the question because I'm wondering myself, but then I don't wait for the answer.
Uh-huh. And the thing is, I was about to explain that, and you got there before I got to that part.
Yeah, I'm a curious butterfly. I press button. What do this do? Boom. Oops.
Yeah. From what I remember, it just recharges over time, so you can just keep planting it however often you want. Like, I'll just plant mine now, for example.
I have... Look at my club. Imagine bonking somebody with this.
Oh, you mean this club?
Yes.
The club. Tool, augment,
Imagine if
polearm.
we accidentally broke this elevator because of all the smacking.
I could see it. I could see us managing that. I've definitely fallen through the elevator in this game before.
What the hell is a tool?
I'm not entirely sure, if I'm honest. So I don't
Can
see it
we
on my
look?
list.
I'm
Sure.
curious.
I was just looking through what I've picked up so far, so I keep up with upgrading things. For stat reasons. Since we were having actual trouble, it made sense to keep up with that. I'm gonna get that guy throwing lightning at us because that's upsetting me. Oh, you think you're funny knocking me over, huh?
Oh god, he had more range than I actually thought. I was underestimating you. Will not happen again.
Bonk. I whacked him in the back of the head, he just pretty much falls on you.
Do we have a cooldown on the throwing shield?
Yes. You'll notice that there's like a meter that fills in around that circle in the bottom left. Once it's full, you know you can throw it again.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
Bonk.
Okay, he really likes me.
Yeah, he is committed. I tore his back apart, and he's like, no. I still want Xeno anyway.
Take that woman. It's not allowed here.
It's fine, I know no one wants me.
Oh, don't do it like that now. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Very, very bad.
See, I mostly said that just
What
because
on
I knew
earth?
you were gonna give me shit about it, so it would be funny.
Ah!
Also, there's a lot of bad over here right now. This is a problem.
That electricity.
There we go. I stopped one of the lightning guys. I'm about to deal with the other one. There we go. One more to go.
Yeah, like the boss is after me. Yep.
He's definitely committed to you again, yeah. Oh, he's turned around now that he realized all his friends are dead. Bonk. Sucker. He turned right around into a shield. That was the end of him.
It's just...
Prizes. Banner is 7. Utility is free, so we may as well pop that.
Oh, that's a banner.
Ah, it's a banner. Okay. Yeah, I think the utility ends up being like lifestone. Yeah, it's lifestones and banners and things. I could do with a better lifestone, honestly. Mine kind of sucks. Just imagine, it's like, you know what? I don't like my current life. I'm just gonna get a new rock and put it in here, and now my life is better. It's a hell of a thing. Yeah, because how this works is you get a temporary effect from the Lifestone when you use it, and then there's also potentially passives on it, or just secondary effects that last a little longer.
Hey, Dry.
What did you do?
Isn't this the best dance you ever seen?
How did I know this is exactly what I was going to tab back out to? How did I know? I worry sometimes about how much I understand about what you're doing. So I can just ever so slightly hear you sliding, so I'm like, oh no. I know what I'm gonna find.
Yes, you know I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I can see that you're nearly dead. That was the other oh no.
Oh!
Yeah, you get a secondary health bar of overhealth from the banner over time. When I realized you had already pressed the button, I was going to say we might want to put a banner down to get you some overhealth first. And then, once again, I was too slow.
Oh, hell. I'm so happy to see you.
I am less happy to see this guy right next to me.
Why is he dancing? Oh, no. What are you doing?
That's what he's doing. It's the magic of dance. You know what? You want to hide in the lightning? Here. Go lay in it. Think about what you did.
No. I just killed one another fucker spawn.
Yep. No. Cancelled out my own kill there. That's unfortunate.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Missed me.
Bonk in your head. Bonk in your head. Thank you. Oopsie.
Clean up all the free stuff.
Oopsie.
Dual
it's
blades,
not,
trinket, or... Ooh. Legendary lifestone. Shiny!
Shiny.
Now, before we run all the way in, I'm going to put a banner here. We might want to soak in it for a second and get some overhealth before fighting this one. I know Zito's going to be impatient and get real twitchy about this, but it's a good idea. I don't think we can emote in this game, otherwise I'd sit here doing that. Actually, while I'm waiting, can we do that? Is that a button I have? No. Sad. I will spin. We didn't get a lot of overhealth, but it'll help for a little bit. Oh! Oh no. An elite and a mini-boss, huh? Yikes, game. Yikes. Probably want to focus the elite down first, because he'll actually die. Ow. I would like to stand up game, please. There we go, elite's dead. Watch your back. He's very unhappy his friend's dead.
Oh, behind us, behind us, behind us!
Oh, yeah! Huh, he has more friends. That's upsetting. You're not allowed to have those. Okay, I've got Phalanx's attention, so you should be able to deal with the other guy, hopefully. Oh, fire floor. No. Bad Phalanxar. No, I see you looking at her. No, 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 no. No. Bad.
Oh god, it's another one.
Oh, that's upsetting.
He's coming for you.
Yep.
Look out.
It's fine, I was going for him too. Ow, I'm stunned. I'm dead.
No.
I got stunned at a bad time and got run over by the Justicar. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're getting out of this one because it takes a little bit to revive. And we don't have any respawns left. Oh! And they've now added another elite, huh? Oh, there's 4 of them and the boss now. Game, that feels excessive. And I'm dead now.
Okay.
It
yeah,
timed out.
I couldn't for the...
Yeah, no, there was nothing to do with that. I don't know what the hell they would have expected you to do with that many of them chasing you. That was getting silly.
I was just like,
It's like, oh, there's one, and then another one, and another one, and another one. It's like, why? We could try one of the other maps we have available to us if you want.
Yeah, I will have one a little bit more faster and one slower, because I feel like having both slow was a bad idea.
Maybe a bit, yeah. That's why I had the longsword and the hammer. Because the longsword's a very good all-rounder weapon.
Okay. Are you ready to try again?
Well, that's why I was asking, did you want to do the tower again or try one of the other ones?
I want to do the tower again.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like my shop has anything that will help me, so... Off we go. It's already queued up. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything sitting in my inventory. For those wondering, yes, I am just taking highest numbers right now and not even looking at the rest of what these do.
Damn.
Because it's really not gonna matter.
That's legit what I've been doing this entire time, because in my head I'm just like, this is end game.
Yeah.
I don't have the game.
Can you overcome the
I mean, I have it, but I'm probably not touching it again until other people are interested in playing again, so... Apathy is high.
Ooh. I actually like that one. Give me just a sec, Drac.
Yep. This is why I wait and look at the thing rather than going, oh, I'm going to just do this now.
Yeah, like Xeno does.
Uh-huh. What we're currently playing, Evo, is what we were discussing. Level of energy toward actually bothering to load out properly.
Are you ready?
The answer to which is
We'll test you.
apathy is high.
I mean, I don't mind the game, it just feels very useless when I know I will not play this until I maybe have finances enough to do it in the future.
Yeah, exactly, and that'll be on a different file anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly, Evo.
That's why I have FP, free stuff, and I'm poor.
Yeah.
But now they fooled me.
Yeah, I know the rest of the things we talked about are actually the full game. This one was the only aberration on that one.
Oh, I like this much better.
Feels good being able to move, doesn't it?
Yes. But I also like the slamming in their head part. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of split now.
Well, that's why you just switch as you go. Because remember, you can switch mid-combo. Sometimes these things just happen. Oh, we got a purple might boon over here. Unless you wanted to pick first.
Nope.
Off we go, then. Door?
Hello?
Hello? It had a bit of a time that time, I don't know why. I wonder. Yes, banners do stack. So I'm noticing our overhealth is going up faster. And with what we're dealing with here, we're probably gonna need it.
Am I stunned? I am.
Yeah, there's a couple stun moves that are a little hard to tell. Thankfully, for all that he was an elite, he was still pretty fragile. Ooh, I got a new sword. I'll deal with that in a minute. I got a legendary sword called Dracul's Legacy. That sounds very interesting. And I'm going to open it up, and it's going to be disappointing, probably. But we have more enemies still, so first things first. Hey, let go of that! Yeah, if you hit them before the thing goes all the way across, you can stop that from happening.
I mean, I was itching. I was itching it, and
Well, yeah, you can't stop them anyway. It's your teammates that can stop that for you. So if you see that happen to me, for example, you hit them before the beam goes all the way across, and you fix it.
But what's the fun in that? It's more fun to see you all stuck in that rope of green goo. Oh.
I could have said something about him charging at you, but I felt like that was funnier to let that happen if it did happen. At that specific moment. It's like, you know what? This is gonna be perfect karma timing.
No, I had the reflexes, no karma given.
It was close. Now, about that sword I just got. Is it any good?
Plague banner?
Ooh.
Oh.
It is actually good, yes.
Oh, I wanted to see what it was, not pick it.
Yeah, you just hover over to look at it. You don't need to click on it.
Sure, why not?
Spend another ascension point.
Oh, damage, absolutely. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'll be with you in a moment. Weak point damage. Yeah, weak point damage. Like, overall, mechanically, this game's interesting, just the whole package ends up getting a bit too samey. Ends up being this game's real issue.
Zammy. Get my butt.
No, yours is a different color now.
Yeah.
Once again, we attack each other immediately. Ah, corruption, why? This is why ghosts are annoying in this game. Never happens, no. I got electrified as soon as I said that.
Now my moderator is calling me out.
That's why I was
Go
joking
now,
and then I got
like,
hit for it.
sorry. Yeah, this game is very hard for me to concentrate at the chat, sorry.
There's a
I'm
lot
trying
going
to
on, yeah.
understand what the fuck I'm doing. And I also, as I told Drac, think I had somewhat of a panic attack while sleeping because Show said I was acting weird while sleeping. And when I
Definitely
woke up,
something
my
happened.
muscle hurts, so... It was weird. So
Okay.
I don't really feel absolutely here.
Do you only see two? Because I'm a little confused.
I do too. I see this.
It's lit up like it's
lighting up,
supposed to
but-
have one, but I...
No.
Weird. So which one do you want?
Might. Because, I don't know. It's green. And Sap, you know, I'm born to just do idiotic things. You should know that by now.
Xeno does what Xeno does.
Excuse me.
To which part?
The yellow one.
Ah. Things happened. Quit spitting, it's rude. Meanwhile... he just gets clocked with a shield in the side of the head. There's just something really funny about the ragdolling they do when they get hit with that shield.
Oh, they exploded and that actually fucking
Yeah, the
hurt.
volatile ones explode.
Oh, excuse me, what the heck did I do there?
Which part? There's a lot that happened there.
Everything.
'Cause some of it was I knocked one down and blew him up, and then you ran through the other guy and did terrible
Oh
things
no, I
to
did
him.
an ability thing that looked like a teleported from one enemy to another.
Oh yeah, that's one of
That
the...
happened.
That's one of the two weapon techniques the longsword has. It's the right-click one, I believe. Makes you teleport forward and spin. Ooh, 10% health whenever I open a chest? Yes. Yes. That is a good thing. Yes. Okay, if you hold E, you can do one of your two weapon techniques. Left-click will do the bar on the left, and right-click will do the bar on the right. They charge separately.
Use a balloon. What kind
Balloon.
of balloon?
A little light in the ceiling kind of looks like a balloon.
Ooh, that's nasty.
There's a lot of nasty business on this round.
I think the game gives us quite a good amount of HP though.
Oh yeah. There we go. Let's get rid of that assassin so he stops making a nuisance of himself. Oh, yay, a common weapon. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted at this point, game. Yes. Why is that even an option? Maybe a ring?
Sure.
Oh, it's leaders again. I regret my decisions.
Being two people against them just seems to not be as bad.
Yeah. Because we can kind of, like, trade places. Whoever he's facing hits him. Doesn't hit him, rather. And as you can see, regular enemies just melt if we're both hitting them. They're just gone. No. Thing you wanted to do? No. Ooh. Another legendary something. Another sword. Okay.
Wolf shed banner. Ooh.
Nice. Speaking of banners, punk. Well, that went quick.
Currency. Game is like, look at it.
Look at our shiny things. Get interested in our game. I have 17 keys this time somehow.
Same.
I guess we did better this time. You know what? Sure, I'll open the fancy box.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Right.
Now the question is, do I want to open the other two boxes, or do I save my money for the next set? Answer? Fuck it. We don't even know if we're going to live to see that next set. I'm going to have a lot of inventory to search through now, though. Oh, it's a great sword. Okay, sure.
Sure. I just have to remember to actually do it.
What?
Um. Ooh, I like the damage. What did the other one do? It was crit, right?
There we go. Get me some more Soul Shatter buildup. Like me some Soul Shatter.
What's that? Oh, wait, what's this?
What's
There's
this?
damage.
What's this?
Damage.
You knew it was gonna happen.
Get them it back. How fucking hell, let's try to. Whatever the fuck that is. Actually, hold on. Ooh, the moment I read what it did, yes.
Oh, yeah. I think you'll like those dual blades anyway. They're pretty fun. Yeah, how that works is you actually buff yourself up temporarily while that meter lasts when you do that technique that you're doing there. Or, you know, you could just keep doing that motion constantly and mess with people. I can do this. Wow.
Nope. Wrong way. No?
This way.
I'm so confused.
That's why I just started
Oh,
crab
so
walking in
bad.
that general direction. Like, yeah, she'll figure it out if she sees me point that way.
Hit damage.
All the banners. Oh yeah, I like this greatsword. What's that? You had health? Not anymore. Spin! Right, that's the technique for the greatsword. The more it's charged, the longer I spin.
Oh, these ones are really fun.
Mm-hmm. They're a lot of fun. I'm not the biggest fan because they feel like they have low impact, but they are very fun to play with. Legendary Lifestone, Purple Warhammer, or a Green Amulet. What do you think? I know you've been enjoying the Warhammer. Ah. You have decided Lifestone. Got it. Even though you were
You're
walking
not
backwards. Sure. Yes. Yes, that's what will happen. Yes.
Oh,
Huh?
oh, it's a defense. Brutal.
Yep. Ah, they're actively spawning only at one at a time. I was staying at the other one figuring they were going to spawn there too. That's probably later on.
Yeah, they are warming us up a little first, it seems.
Which is surprisingly generous of them. At this stage of the game. Anyway, I got rid of the Enrager. Over here. Yeah, it seems like as long as we're contesting them being in the circle, it doesn't do damage to the crystal. So we don't have to kill them quick, we just need to keep area control. God damn it, I got corrupted.
Oh, don't forget to tag them, Sino. You have a buff with super tag.
Oh, there's some at sea now, too. Bastards! You are all bastard men. Yep. I see we traded partners. There we go, one down. Hey, knock it off. Leave Xeno alone.
I'm going to be.
I got him off your back. You have a little bit more time to work now. But yeah, deal with B. Because they respawned here, so I'm gonna have to keep this under control. They're definitely pulling out the stops a bit more now. This Shield Guardian's gonna take a while. There we go. I finally broke through him. Okay, come in your way to help. Because I cleared mine out.
Oh god.
What a mess this is becoming.
Yeah, and I'm down.
Yep. I'll see what I can do about that in a moment. Wrong button. That's an inconvenience. Did we use our respawns yet?
I actually do not remember.
So I'm not sure how I'm gonna... Wait. Damn it! Literally the second I was able to get a hold of you, you disappeared.
Oh, no, we didn't. I can respawn.
Okay, good. It's just the honor guard left now. Everybody else is dead. Got the parry on you, you bastard. Die.
Oh, we did it.
Whew. That was a bit rough. Oh, each crystal we kept gave us a chest, too. There's one at each spot. So I guess we didn't need to keep them all, but, you know, prizes. Everybody loves prizes.
Give me. Thank you.
Another life stone, always good to have.
Hello, Sir Blue Buds. How to explain it? Because it's actually my first time trying it out. I got it free on Epic. I would say it's kinda of a, you know, looter shooter game, but instead of shooting, you do melee.
Looter stabber? I don't know.
Yeah, looter.
Yeah, that's the best way I can think of to describe that in a single word.
Yeah, it's a looter stab.
Have I accidentally made a word again?
Oh my. Oh my. I am very tempted, and I'm gonna be stupid.
Yeah, I'll wear that life stone, why not? Seems like an improvement. And... yes? So, whenever my banner's down, you don't need to worry about dying. Because we now have lifesteal while my banner's up. So that should keep us intact a bit better.
Yeah. Wait, actually.
But yeah, what you're seeing here isn't the main game either. Xeno had the free Challenger Edition, so we have been playing the Tower of Trials specifically, which is an endgame mode. Ordinarily, you'd be seeing gameplay much closer to things like Destiny and Warframe and things like that. Instead, we go floor to floor, killing as best we can and trying not to die.
I try to...
You know, keyword being try at the rate things have been going, but...
And to be honest, I'm having fun.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not the most difficult game. I could play it when I'm really bored Sunday evening.
Yeah, it's not super engaging, but it's good enough.
Yeah. I guess I don't want to pay for the upgrade because, well,
Yeah.
I'm not the richest person.
Which, honestly, I'm kind of mixed as to whether I'd recommend the full game anyway, as you've probably caught from how I've talked about it so far.
Yeah, but that's also your opinion.
Yeah. That's why it's my stance as to whether to recommend it or not, yes. That was not intended to dissuade you from the idea, just... That's where I stand on the matter.
I'm just poking.
Mm-hmm.
Because poking is fun.
I know.
Especially when it's poking drag.
Can't say I haven't noticed that, yeah.
Hey, that's what friends are here for.
Oh, I know.
I really need to keep remembering to tag them because I have buff when I tag them, but I keep forgetting to do so.
Yeah.
It's a stupid button.
It's easy to forget. You might want to just rebind it while we have a moment. See if that makes it easier for you.
Nah, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Augment.
No one can say I didn't try.
Dual blade. I'm
Oh,
gonna...
we actually have 4 choices this time. Admittedly, only 1 legendary choice, but... This is what I think. I stand over here.
I just remember I have, Oh,
What?
why are you standing over here? You wanna go there?
I was thinking about it. I was waiting to see what you thought.
It looks legendary, I go there.
That's pretty much where I was at. It's shiny. Give shiny.
Oh, hello, Mr. Pest.
Oh, it's a
Smack,
big
smack.
boy. Oh no, I remember brutes now. Oh no. No. No touchy. Hey, speaking of no touchy, you don't touch her either. No.
Oh god.
Ow, my everything.
Yes. Fuck it. More damage to us.
There we go, there goes one.
He had an AoE stun thing. Oh my god.
No, the Enforcer had his hook on you, but I couldn't stop him, because those are harder to stop than the other ones.
It's fine, it's fine. You know what? Stop.
Oh, they spawned a new Reaver. Ow. Yeah, especially right now, chat. We're not gonna be that attentive, and I'm hoping you'll understand, considering what's happening here.
Yeah. Reading chat when we can.
Damn right,
Oh,
I just threw my
want me,
sword at
huh?
you. Ah, god damn it. I can dodge one of them all day. I can't dodge both of them. Incoming, Xeno.
I know this time.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which way you were actually looking.
When it comes to boss with a lot of them, I do have good awareness. It just... It just blocking isn't my strongest.
Yeah.
But if I can escape them with other methods, I will try.
I'm trying to keep after the Enforcer to get rid of him, but he is a tanky boy. Ow, he also hits
Oh
the
god!
fucking
He just
house.
came out of nowhere! Bastard! He felt like he
Oh no, he's got his hook in me. I might be about to go down. Yep, there it is.
No.
There was nothing I could do to stop it because he was attached to me. I now remember why I really hate enforcers.
Oh god.
And I think we've only got the one respawn.
Yeah.
Since you've already gone, go ahead and respawn and see if you can grab me while they're all leashed back to their original location. It's about the best shot we're gonna have. They did heal, though.
Oh.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Bastard.
And down I went.
No.
That was why it was a
It's
problem. If you hadn't gotten caught on the edge of that, I think we would have been okay, but it would have been real narrow.
Yeah, I got stunned. So it's like nothing I could have done.
Yeah.
It's good to craft again.
This shop is still the same. Sad.
Oh my god.
All things considered, we're not doing bad.
No, not at all. Yes, sweetheart. How are you? Hmm? Good boy. You're such a good boy.
Alright, I may as well upgrade those since those seem to be serving me pretty well. And they only cost money anyway.
What's this now? Yes, and an entire world is against you. Aw. Entire world.
What a sad day to be a cat. The whole world doesn't like the cat. No.
He's so, what's the name? He's so, childish too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the moment something isn't exactly like he wants it, it's like,
Bit of a drama queen, huh?
oh yeah. He is a very big drama queen. Come here. He only became like that though when I had to give his brother away because I didn't have the economy for both of them.
Right.
And he also started to attack Sander, like doing very mean stuff. Like when Sander was sleeping, he would attack him and push him out of the bed.
Yeah,
And
that's a
Sander
problem.
kept landing on his back and stuff like that, and I was just like, nope, get out of my house. Yeah, my ex picked his brother and I picked Sander.
Hmm.
But he didn't want to keep him when we like separated.
Right.
So I was stuck with both of them, and his cat is like extreme when it comes to attention.
Hmm.
And if he doesn't get attention, he would do anything in his way to get attention. Just like scratching the walls, push stuff down from like a shelf or something, like anything.
Real troublemaker, huh?
Yeah. My stepfather has him now, and he's surrounded by a bunch of kitties, and apparently those kitties have taught him a lesson. He's not as mean anymore.
Probably tried it and then got put in his place.
Oh yeah, he tried in the beginning. But coming into a place where it's already an alpha,
Mm-hmm.
that is already decided, yeah. Yeah, Gustav, as his name is, he absolutely put him on the ground quite fast.
That's what
Like,
you gotta
don't
do
come
with something
here
like
and
that.
You don't come here and think you're gonna be over me. I don't know. Are we trying again, or...?
I mean, we could try one of the Lightbringer things. We could try one of the Spirit Realms. Though it looks like those are refighting the main game bosses. So those might be a little complicated. And I have no idea how these Dreamstone things work.
Alright. Dream. I should order reward dragon steel.
Yeah, that's stuff for buying and upgrading gear, so it wouldn't be the worst thing to have, but not super relevant.
+1 skill point and +2 orb of
Orbs of Oblivion, I think, are what let you reset.
orbs of creation.
Something
Oh,
like
I
that.
still need to prepare.
Yeah, you need to spend some Electrum to purchase these Dreamstones.
Oh, I started, okay? Wait, which one, by the way?
Up to you on that one, I don't care.
Sobeku hunt. Okay, we're gonna hunt Sobek. Celsius Circus hunt. I wanna try Sobek. That sounds fun. I don't know what this does, but
I don't know, because I was looking around trying to find what you were talking about, and I don't even see it.
it's a boss fight. That's all I understand.
Yeah, I just don't even know which menu you pulled it out of. That's why I'm like,
Dreamstones.
Oh, maybe we have different Dreamstones then, because I don't see that on my list. Interesting. Because I had Water Realm Gauntlet, Lunara Ascendant, Zamora Ascendant, Ascendant Earth Realm Gauntlet, and Solaris Ascendant.
Aha.
So those might be a bit random, perhaps, then. But it is still showing me starting multiplayer games, so it'll bring me in.
I see that too, so don't you worry.
Well, you were the one that started it, so I knew you were gonna see it. It'd be weird if it put me in there and then didn't put you in when you started it.
Wow.
That would also be kind of funny.
No. No, it wouldn't.
Oh, it's one of the Water Realm missions. Okay. I've been here. We need to defeat him in 10 minutes, huh? Okay.
Can you just wait?
Sure.
Because I think my boyfriend has a problem with the cat. He doesn't understand cat language, so hold on.
Yep. Do what you gotta do.
Oh, okay, you little shit. Come here. You lovely little shit.
Cats will be cats.
And I wish they were hats.
Okay, I think I've actually done this mission in the main game before. I don't remember it entirely, but I do remember this map. Somewhat. This is where a lot of those lizard people we were dealing with in the tower were. Just for everybody else's context. Depending on the level of the Dreamstone, this might actually be easier than the tower was. We'll see. I'm gonna hang loose and wait for Xeno to be done dealing with cat things.
Sobeku is a messy eater. The crabs follow the carnage.
Good to know. I'm gonna guess we have to find him. Which is probably gonna involve following the trail of crabs. A couple of camera angles in here are really making the frame rate lose its mind too, which is interesting. But I seem to recall having that issue before when I played the main game as well, as some angles of some of these maps would just make it lose its mind. Which is always a little weird. But while we wait for Xeno, I'll just check on a couple things and make sure we're in good shape elsewhere. And of course, if anybody has questions, now would be the time to ask them while we have a break in the action.
Can you come down? Oh. You want peace? Any friends? Huh? Really? Hey! Okay. You're not doing that. You hear me? He's in a pissy mood.
Ah,
Absolute pissy mood. This reminds me of Monster Hunter World now. I'm not really sure what I...
yeah, I could see that, definitely, with all the weird coral and such around. Looks like we're going this way.
What's up here?
Well, since we're on a timer, we might want to be a bit attentive to the correct direction.
Alright.
But I will come loot that chest because... oh, we have to do a bunch of... see that like lantern-looking thing that you passed on your way away from the chest? You need to hit those to open these chests. So we'd have to go find those, and right now, I don't know if we have the time for that.
Then fuck it.
Just figured I'd let you know how those work so you understand them.
Yeah.
And if you're seeing stuttering on my end, guys, that's on my end as well. Do not worry about it.
Same, to be honest.
The frame rate is not the happiest in this place.
Both of us can slam him.
Oh yeah, if you time it right, you can double slam. It's not supposed to happen, but it can work.
Oh,
And
that sounds like Destiny. We have the finisher that can happen even though it's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's the same problem. Yep, I think we found our target. He's just sleeping over there.
He looks very cute. I want a book. Yeah, this really reminds me of the Monster Hunter World.
Yup. They borrowed from a lot of places. He's called in his crab friends. And they are killing my frame rate. Ah.
Same.
That's their secret technique. Destroy frame rate. Cannot defeat opponent if you can't move. Shenanigans.
Oh. Bonk. Hit my shield.
Bad lizard puppy. Bad.
comes back.
Yep. He came back the very next day. Ah! Put me down!
Oh,
really-
I'm surprised. I do not like this world very much.
Yeah, we might want to avoid Water Realm areas if we could help it. This frame rate issue was here when we were playing this years ago, too. I kind of hoped they would have fixed that. Punching him. Punching him a lot. There we go. Well, at least the timer wasn't as big a problem as I thought it was going to be.
I am sadly gonna say though that Xeno might not be able to play very much longer.
That's okay. There's not that
right.
much to this, so you've already seen most of what you'd be seeing.
Oh, yeah, it just after the whatever it was when I was sleeping, my arms have been killing me, and they
Yeah.
start to really hurt.
Now, if
Focus
you need to stop, we can stop at any point.
Yeah, it just kind of suck a little bit.
Yeah, but there's always next week, and we can figure out which of our other options we want to do at that point.
Yeah, I probably want, a game that is a little bit more story-based, because we seem to have more fun in those.
Yes and no. It depends on what it is. If it's a little too story-based, then there's really not much for us to work with there either. You know?
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, I have enjoyed everything we have played. It have been bits and pieces, obviously, that is annoying, but I feel like every game has that nowadays.
I mean, that's been a truth forever on that one. There will always be bits and pieces that are going to suck.
Yeah, but my arms is in really bad pain, and I've been
What do you need?
feeling it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to go on.
No, we can do a short one today. It's fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, with the low energy I've had for the last, like, day and a half, I'm absolutely fine with doing a short stream today anyway.
I've had a lot of energy. It just right now it's gone.
That's fair.
It's like my boyfriend said, before I fell asleep and took the nap, I was just full of energy.
Yeah.
But then I got all warm and cozy because he was in bed not feeling good, so I laid down to lay there and talk a bit.
Right.
But then I got all warm and cozy and fell asleep.
Yeah, and sometimes a rough nap can just throw the whole thing off.
Oh yeah. And I'm also gonna deal with Mr. Screamo over here.
Yeah. That does sound like a problem that needs to be solved.
Yeah, I try to help him, but he has this tendency that if he's already annoyed, he just run away from you.
Right.
Even though you just try to help him.
Because he just wants to be a problem.
Yeah, he just makes your life miserable.
Like, I'm upset, so you know what? Everybody needs to be upset.
Yep, that's basically it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. I will go.
No matter how many times I increase the amount of people on my list, we keep ending up like this. Also, the tagging feature does work. I just checked my own page, and I can see a follow button in all of your stuff when I hover over your name in the tag. So good news, that does work. Well done,
That's
Twitch.
it.
That's actually a useful feature you've added for a change.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it
Okay.
has your Discord button, your YouTube button, your Twitter, TikTok, all of that.
Mm,
So that is
yeah.
impressive.
But this girl is going now.
Yeah,
To the collab track.
absolutely.
Bye bye, chat.
It's unfortunate that we had some issues with the game, but that's just how it goes.
Oh yeah. I mean, I still feel like we got some content out.
Oh, absolutely. We made it work.
Yes. Sandra, I'm coming. Yeah, I gotta go and deal
Yeah,
with
you go take care of your cat.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for watching. Are you gonna rate somebody, Drag? Because I'm not.
I was thinking about it, and I have a couple options, so if you want to add to it, by all means.
Yep, we're gonna do that. We're gonna make a double rate for whoever is there.
Yeah, and since you'll be adding to it, I'll probably keep to somebody we both know, so it'll probably just go to Spanky, because he's on right now.
Pinky boy. Yeah, Spanky's good people.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sending it now, and I see you. Bye-bye.
There's the peoples. Hello, everybody. Well, welcome to where you've already been. So much has changed.
I
But,
haven't done this in a long time.
oh yeah. It's actually died down a bunch, actually. As expected, everybody had their fun with it, and then like, it's fine. But yeah, Spanky is over there doing Shining Force, which is a good game. He's also doing it for, I think, some kind of team or event or something. I'm not entirely clear what he's doing it for, but he can do what he do, and we'll find out when we get there. Notable thing, tomorrow, business as usual. I need to figure out what business as usual is, but, you know, things. And Monday. Bye, everybody. Good luck. Meow, 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 meow.
I
And
know what he wants, but the question is if he lets me.
that is going to be complicated.
Not know that one.
I'm gonna leave.
I recently played one called a Ghost Song.
You
Oh,
have
hello.
a good one, and good luck with that, Xeno.